I have here a water heater. Now this water heater happens to be my water heater. So to make matters worse, what happened is the pilot turned off. So it was successful in reigniting the pilot. I'll show you guys how that works. Where you kind of take this, put it in pilot mode, then you turn the knob here to where it says pilot according to this knob. Then you click this button repeatedly, and in this window here, you should be able to see your pilot ignite. Once it ignites and it stays on, then you can just turn this to the open position, then turn this all the way to the level of heat that you want it to be. It could be low, medium, all the way up to very hot. Today, I have to now take it apart, and I have to take this off, and that along with this is going to come all of these parts. This whole piece here is going to come out along with this, and inside of there is like a pan, and it's almost like a stove in a sense where there's a ring and it ignites a fire and it heats up the water tank. But I've already taken everything apart here. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to take this off, and then I got to take this off. And after that, I'll be going ahead and going over to my local shop, and I'm going to be replacing the whole thing because the unit itself is in good shape. As you can see, there's no rusting of any kind, no water drips or anything. Great shut off valve here, and my grounding. I have my cold water here, and obviously the hot water over there. So what we're gonna do here is just, I already drained it. So if you're gonna be draining your tank, you want to hook up a hose to it, and that can go to your nearest drain. Mine goes to a bathroom that's on the other side of that wall. So that was pretty simple. And you want to open up this valve while you're doing that because it allows the air out, and the water will just drain right out, be completely empty. So I'll show you guys the rest and how we're going to be taking care of this moving forward. But I hope you guys like this quick clip, and I'm going to show you the full video in a little bit. So as you can see, guys, I'm back, and just wanted to show you guys the whole assembly has been taken out. So this here is basically your igniter, and this is attached to this cord, this wire right here, which essentially causes a spark right where the gas would come out right there, right? So this is your gas line, and it's just like a stove, same thing. But they mentioned that in here it may be a good idea to clean it out because it does collect debris. As you can see, that's right on top of this here, and this is sealed, so it does get debris in it, and it's a good thing to kind of clean it off when you can. But there's not so much in there, so I'm not really so concerned about the dirt. I truly think that I need a whole new harness. I don't think that I don't need a new thermostat. That should be fine. But if we're to come down to me needing a new thermostat, I think that I would just replace the whole thing. So I am going to be taking a trip over to my local hardware store to see if they have this in stock, which hopefully they will, and I'll go from there. See you guys in a little bit. So here I am, guys, at the supply store, and as you can see, they have everything here. It's a pretty cool place in North Arlington, New Jersey. But this is my assembly kit. We're essentially going to replace it with a new one. So I would definitely recommend. Also, I would say that if you're going to get something, make sure you get this, or you can do your own solution. All right, guys, we are done. I got what I needed here. Replacement to this, so it's pretty cool. On top of that, like I showed you guys earlier, I got the bubbles fluid or liquid, only because, you know what, I got kids in the house, and you know, I just want to make sure that there's no type of leaks, no microscopic leaks, anything of that sort. So yeah, it's worth the investment just to make sure that everybody's okay. And this is that stuff there, Pro Bubble. But now it's back to the house. I'm going to be installing all of this, showing you guys just exactly both of them and how it goes back in place, along with all of the um, black pipe for the gas. So if you like today's content, I hope you'll consider liking and subscribing to the channel. So moving forward, guys, and what I'm doing right now is I just kind of like take apart the black pipe. I'm going to be reassembling the black pipe back together again and connect it to the thermostat. Now this is kind of like a step-by-step process, but I did put some tape around the joint, and I'm going to be using a monkey wrench, or an adjustable if you want to call it, and just tightening everything back up right at the union point. There's a connection there, and also want to make sure that the gas valve is always closed. So right now I'm just going to be tightening everything together, putting it all connected back to the thermostat, because that's where the gas has to flow through. And once it flows through there, it'll go ahead and go through the new pilot assembly kit, and we should be good to go from there. So it looks like what you'll need to do is just make sure you have a wrench, make sure you have your tape, and also, as I showed you earlier in the video, there's going to be some fluid that you can use to pretty much create bubbles. Now you really don't have to get that. I just got it because I can use it for other future jobs, but realistically, if you just use some soap and water in a spray bottle, it'll do just the same. So going through all this, we're just doing a little bit of adjustments, and what you want to make sure is that you definitely keep all of your parts in order so you don't lose track of what goes where. Anything that may be angled, you want to make sure that you put it all back the same. Now once that's all put back together again, we can start putting in the assembly kit, as you see I'm doing right now. And that's going to just relatively easy. Once you slide that in, it can only go in one way. Once you put that in, there's an actual little latch on the inside where you can hang the supply line on, and then connect all of your lines right underneath the thermostat. Put that all back together again, and once you're done with that, it'll be time to just start testing out the gas, make sure that it's flowing through, and ignite it, and then turn the pilot on so that you can actually get a flame going and start heating up. Now again, I did this only because what I wanted to do was avoid buying a whole new tank, because the tank itself is in good condition. If I found that the tank was in bad condition, I would not have even bothered. I would have just bought a new tank and said forget it to everything else. This cost me about half the price of buying a new tank, so it's worth the effort to go ahead and just install these things yourself. It's literally like a 2-hour job. The only thing is you kind of have to know which one of the parts is bad, or you could just go ahead and replace both, and you should have no problems at all after that. So now with the assembly kit pretty much back together again, I'm going to be putting the igniter together, which I just did right now. And once I do that, I start filling up the tank with water, and then I'm going to actually turn the gas on so the gas can start flowing. And once that's done, I can begin the process of lighting the pilot. If you guys have any questions, make sure you just leave a comment below. Again, like and consider joining my channel and subscribing, so that in the future you guys can see any other home videos that I may be doing, and these may be issues that you may come in contact with yourself. So I'm going to be spraying the joints now, and I'm just looking for little bubbles to appear consistently. If I see anything, then I'll know that there's a leak, but looks like everything is good. I'm going to start igniting the pilot, And once the pilot ignites, I'll show you guys how that looks. And here we go. Again, all I had to do was go ahead and start the process of igniting everything. So it looks like I had to replace the actual thermostat. I thought that it would be fine, but turns out the thermostat was a problem too. So I went back to the hardware store, bought the thermostat, and installed it. I didn't get all that on video because you guys already saw what I did earlier. So the process of doing that is really no different. So I just put that all back together, and now we're going to go ahead and start lighting the pilot, and we're going to get the tank going. Right now the gas is off, but I'm going to be turning the gas on in a few seconds and start going forward with lighting up the tank. Alright guys, so this is pretty much job is pretty much completed. It wasn't a difficult job at all. 1, 2, 3, just a couple little hiccups here and there, but for the most part it's pretty much done. You're going to let the air out of that, so when you're filling up the tank, just kind of lift that out a little bit, let the air out, and once we start igniting it, which I'm going to go over with you again, you're going to put that knob in pilot position, and once you do that, you're just going to hold it down, click the button while the gas, obviously now it's free flowing, and you're going to hit that button several times before it actually ignites, because the gas does have to flow down that line and kind of stay there consistently. It's a small amount of gas, but it's just enough to light the pilot. And once that's done, you click it a few times, there you go, boom, you have flames, and your water heater is currently working again, and you should have hot water no matter what. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, just installing an assembly kit and a new pilot, and moving from there. You should be able to adjust the heat right there at this point to whatever you like. It could be regular hot, super hot, scalding hot, whatever it is. But hope you guys enjoyed. This helped you out, guys. It was actually a little bit of a challenge for me, but I got it done, and that's really what it comes down to. You know, it cost about $360, $350, like I said before, maybe a little bit more, but overall, you might be looking at probably about 2 hours worth of labor, and it's worth it when you don't have to spend, you know, $700, $800, maybe even $900, depending on the size of the tank. So guys, like I said before, I hope you guys enjoyed, and remember, this is Alex, the Honeydew List. If there's anything that I could actually help you with, feel free to drop a comment below, and make sure that you subscribe. It would really, really be helpful, and I would really appreciate it. So see you guys in the next video, where I will be doing more tips and tricks for you guys in your own household, where you can save money and not have to always call a contractor for every job. Talk to you guys soon. See you guys. Alex, the Honeydew List. We're out.